Archaeological evidence reveals that Japan's human story began in the Paleolithic era, with the Jomon Period, c. 14,300 BCE, marking one of the world's earliest pottery cultures. Early inhabitants, living as hunter-gatherers, adapted to Japan's abundant forests, river valleys, and coastal resources. They left behind distinctive cord-marked pottery, stone tools, and shell middens that testify to a deep, lasting relationship with nature. This period, defined by gradual cultural evolution and environmental ingenuity, laid the foundational lifestyle that would influence generations to come. Around 300 BCE, a transformative change swept through Japan with the Yayoi Period, c. 300 BCE, 300 CE. Migrants from the Korean peninsula introduced wet rice cultivation, metallurgy, and new social structures that gradually replaced the foraging lifestyle. This era saw the rise of settled agricultural communities, more sophisticated pottery techniques, and the early forms of social stratification. The innovations of the Yayoi people not only spurred economic development, but also laid the groundwork for the emergence of more centralized political power. The Kofun period is distinguished by the construction of enormous burial mounds, known as Kofun, which served as markers of authority and prestige. These tumuli, often keyhole-shaped, were built by powerful regional chieftains and symbolized the growing complexity of social organization. The artifacts interred within, such as bronze mirrors and iron weapons, reflect increasing cultural exchange with the Asian mainland and the development of early state-level governance. This era represents a critical step in Japan's journey toward political unification. Between the 6th and 8th centuries, Japan experienced profound cultural and political reform during the Asuka, c. 538, 710 CE, and Nara periods. The introduction of Buddhism and the Chinese writing system revolutionized governance, art, and societal values. Centralized administration took root with the codification of laws and the establishment of permanent capitals, such as Haijokyo. Architectural endeavors in this period, including grand temples and palaces, were constructed with precision and care, symbolizing the nation's commitment to order and innovation while preserving the unique character of its people. The Heian period marked the zenith of Japan's classical culture, with the imperial court in Heian becoming a center of art, poetry, and refined aesthetics. Aristocrats immersed themselves in the pursuit of elegance, crafting exquisite literature, painting delicate scrolls, and perfecting the art of courtly etiquette. Iconic works such as the Tale of Genji emerged during this time, reflecting the subtle beauty and complexity of human emotions. While the period was marked by aesthetic splendor, it also sowed the seeds of political change as regional military powers began to assert themselves on the periphery. The Kamakura period ushered in a new era defined by the emergence of the samurai class and the establishment of military government. With the founding of the Kamakura shogunate, Japan saw the decentralization of power and the birth of feudal society. The samurai, bound by codes of honor and discipline, became the principal arbiters of military and administrative affairs. Battles for territorial control and the defense against external threats shaped this period, leaving behind a legacy of strategic prowess and a deep-rooted martial ethos that would influence Japan for centuries. The Muromachi period, also known as the Ashikaga era, was marked by a blend of political instability and cultural innovation. Although regional conflicts and power struggles persisted, the arts flourished as Zen Buddhism and refined cultural practices took hold. This era witnessed the development of the tea ceremony, no theater, and sophisticated landscape painting, reflecting a deep appreciation for simplicity and natural beauty. Even as military confrontations periodically disrupted the peace, the creative spirit of the Japanese people found expression in artistic endeavors that would leave an indelible mark on their cultural heritage. The Sengoku period was one of the most turbulent chapters in Japanese history, a time of near-constant warfare among rival feudal lords. Amid the strife, powerful daimyo such as Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu emerged, whose military and political strategies eventually paved the way for unification. This era was defined by large-scale battles, strategic alliances, and rapid changes in power dynamics. Despite the chaos of conflict, the period also witnessed significant advancements in military technology, including the introduction of firearms, and the eventual consolidation of Japan into a centralized state. With the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate in 1603, Japan entered the Edo period, a time characterized by internal peace, strict social order, and a policy of national isolation. The relative stability allowed commerce, urban culture, and the arts to flourish in cities such as Edo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Meticulous urban planning, thriving markets, and the emergence of kabuki theater and woodblock prints painted a vivid picture of daily life. The period's legacy lies in its profound influence on art, literature, and the enduring social values that continue to shape Japan's modern identity. The Meiji Restoration of 1868 heralded the rapid modernization and industrialization of Japan, marking the end of feudal rule and the birth of a modern nation. Embracing Western technologies and ideas while retaining core cultural values, Japan transformed its social, economic, and political structures. Railroads, factories, and educational reforms modernized the country, leading to its emergence as a significant global power. The challenges of rapid change, 2 world wars, and post-war reconstruction forged a resilient nation that today balances innovation with a deep respect for tradition, a testament to the enduring soul of the Japanese people.